Today on Most Buffalo, from classic favorites to a brand new cookie, Girl Scouts across Western New York are back for cookie season. Why this year's sales are about more than just sweet treats. Plus, a Dutch tradition is making its way in Kenmore. Why one local entrepreneur is turning family pancakes into a brand new cafe experience. And a piece of Western New York history could soon be reimagined. How pop-up events will test the future of the George Urban Mansion. Most Buffalo starts now. Hi there, welcome to Most Buffalo. I'm Lauren Hall. Thanks for being with us as we eagerly await spring. We are celebrating the start of a different season, officially underway now in Western New York, and that is Girl Scout cookie season. Girl Scouts of Western New York is announcing booth sales are now launching, giving the public a chance to buy cookies directly from all of our local troops. This year, a new cookie is also joining the lineup. It's called Explore More, and it's inspired by Rocky Road ice cream with chocolate, marshmallow, and almond flavored cream. Here to tell us more is CEO of Western New York Girl Scouts, Kara Biddlecom, and Madison, a local Girl Scout. Madison, let's start with you. How old are you? Where do you go to school? And what level of the Scouts are you in?
I'm 9 years old. I go to Windermere Boulevard Elementary.
And you are a brownie.
I'm a brownie. I sell for 21, I think.
More than 420 boxes of cookies this year, and the season is not even complete yet. That is amazing, Madison. Thanks for being here. And Kara, the booth sales, so we know that the girls are selling, but the booth sales are starting now. So what should people know about the booth sales?
That's right. So on its way to Western New York right now are about 1 million packages of cookies to sell across our region. But on Saturday, you'll start to see those booth sales come up in the community. You can actually find them very easily on our website. It's www.gswny.org/find cookies. And if you just put in your zip code, you'll find where the booths are located near you.
And zip codes all across the area?
Correct.
Okay. And how do they work? It's troops who are going out into the community with all these cookies, right? All you need is cash, or can you pay for them digitally or with a credit card?
Yes, you can. So we also, in addition to cash, accept Venmo and credit card. So it should be easy for anyone to fulfill their cookie purchase needs. And in addition to buying cookies for themselves, we also do donation packages too.
And how do the donation packages work?
So for donation, an individual could just say, I'd like to donate my cookies. We'll accept the payment the same way. And then that troop will decide where they would like to donate those packages at the end of their season. So frequently to first responders, veterans, to other food pantries and other community organizations. It's a great way to double up on your impact.
That is a great way, especially like you mentioned, if you don't want to buy cookies for yourself, or you already have bought cookies for yourself, maybe donate a box as well. This is the new flavor this year. There's not always a new flavor, so this is exciting, and it's a Rocky Road flavor. Explore More. Who wants to tell us about it? Madison, what do you think about this one?
So the Explore More cookies have, it has like a Rocky Road chocolate flavor of ice, a type of, I think, cookies and cream
in the middle.
A little cream, ice cream, and it's like so it has like peanuts in it. So that's why a lot of people don't eat the peanuts. So that's why there's peanut dust in it. So anybody who's allergic to peanuts doesn't have to eat it.
Good to be aware of that. And have you tried it yet?
I tried it before. I don't remember how it tasted though.
Okay, so would you recommend it?
I'd recommend it a 7 out of 10 if it's good.
Okay, and what's your favorite Girl Scout cookie flavor, Madison? What would you recommend?
My favorite Girl Scout cookie flavor is lemonades, caramel delights, trefoils.
The classics. Trefoil, Thin Mints.
And the Adventurefuls.
Adventurefuls are great if you put them in the microwave for a couple seconds.
Very good tip. Very good tip. Madison, what's your favorite part about selling Girl Scout cookies every year?
My favorite part about selling Girl Scout cookies every year is making new friends, being kind, selling cookies, donating them, and whenever people don't have to ask, 'cause each box is only $6.
It's such an important tradition from the girls to the customers and to the people that they're helping with the donation boxes. Kara, what else? Where should people go? You mentioned there's a website once again if they want to look up their booth sales near them.
Yes, www.gswny.org/find cookies, and you can also text to us. There's information on that as well.
Very nice. And about how long will they be going on?
Through the last weekend of March, so March 29th.
All right, wonderful. Good luck with the rest of the Girl Scout cookie sale season underway. Madison, Kara, thank you so much for being here as well. And we are going to stick with something sweet right now as we go out to eat. And a popular local food truck known for its Dutch pancakes is putting down permanent roots. Here's a look inside the new cafe opening this weekend in Kenmore.
A new cafe in Kenmore is introducing the village to a Dutch tradition.
So the poffertjes are these Dutch pancake that originate from Holland in the 1700s. Has a mixture of buckwheat flour, milk, eggs, butter, and it's special to me because my grandparents always made them for me as a kid.
Lion Laskew started Dimples as a stand in the Broadway market, naming his business after the pan he cooks the pancakes in.
So the name Dimples my mom came up with because as we were searching for poffertjes pans, sometimes they're described as having 50 dimples or 100 dimples. So we also like that Dimples kind of is associated with smiling and happiness.
He later launched a food truck to visit local festivals where he would typically attract a crowd.
At the stand starting out, that's how I got attention. Kids would come up and families would come up, watch me make the pancakes. The truck was a little higher up, which made it harder, and I was, craving getting back to more on everyone else's level.
And that's just what he can do at his new cafe, located at 2938 Delaware Avenue.
I really wanted a space that customers could sit and watch us work, which is why it's a very open kitchen here, as well as roasting our coffee, brewing our coffee, which is a special cold drip process, which we have a couple towers on display.
The extra space also opened things up for Laskew to expand the menu with egg dimples and more.
Customizable egg bites that are cooked in the poffertjes pan. And then really our coffee has been a big expansion here. We have kind of a dedicated coffee station where in the truck it was a little tight to do as much as I'd like.
Dimples Cafe officially opens Sunday, March 1st, and regular hours will be 7:30 to 3 Thursday through Monday.
It's a super walkable neighborhood. There's some parks across the street, a lot of amazing restaurants down the street, so I'm excited to become part of this community.
And still to come on Most Buffalo, why educators say Black history is more important than ever, how one local classroom is keeping these stories alive for the next generation. We're back now on Most Buffalo, and as Black History Month comes to a close, there is a renewed focus on why these stories still matter and how they are being taught to the next generation. Our Alyssa Clausell takes us inside a local classroom where history is being brought to life.
From the Freedom Wall outside
No longer are they going to allow European powers
to the discussions in the classroom,
to determine their own fate. It's a real kind of empowering thing.
Black history is part of the educational fabric at Buffalo's Academy for Visual and Performing Arts.
A is correct.
And in Mark Bergioli's AP African American History class, it's taught year-round.
It studies the history of African Americans, it studies African culture, it studies all sorts of things, music, literature. It really is all-encompassing, as well as the history behind it.
That is correct.
Zaria Brunson is one of the students taking the course this year.
This class is so important to me, and it always has been since I first heard about it. I've been excited since they first announced it at all. I love this class.
For her, it's personal.
I've always been interested in learning more about my people, because I've never really learned it in history in general.
And she's not alone.
I want to learn more about myself, my family, my ancestors. It's really important to me.
Maya Hunley is a senior, but she says she's never learned this much about her history.
I think it is really very important to know about history because we don't want to repeat history at all.
The course was first brought into classrooms across the country in 2022. Here in Buffalo, the course continues, but in other states, it's faced pushback.
This course is illegal to teach in Florida.
AP African American History is restricted or blocked in several states. In places like Arkansas and South Carolina, state officials have declined to approve or fund the course as an AP class. In Florida, education officials rejected the AP African American Studies pilot course, saying it violated state law and was not historically accurate.
It's just history. It's not slanted really in any way. In fact, I think the AP has gone out of their way to be very cautious not to slant it.
The nonprofit that makes AP courses, the College Board, says it's revised the framework to ensure the course meets college-level standards. Here in New York State, educators say there are already strict guidelines in place.
My job is to make sure that historical, accurate information is provided to our teachers, and our teachers provide and transfer that information to students in very objective manner.
W. Charles Brandy is the director of social studies for the Buffalo Public School System.
For those students who aren't as advanced, we do have benchmark courses for them, which meets the state mandate what we have to do and what students have to know and do in regards to American history, African American history.
But no matter how or where students learn it here, they'll tell you.
The more I learn, the more I get a big view on how things were before and how it's changed into the now.
And that was our Alyssa Clausell reporting. And for Black men and women, hair is personal and powerful. For stylists and educators, it is a way to heal, teach, and honor culture. From salons to after-school programs, our Chelsea Swift shows us how community is being built one head at a time.
Stephen Daniels is a local stylist and non-surgical hair replacement specialist with more than 35 years of experience. In 2025, he opened Epicenter Salon on George Urban Boulevard in Depew, creating a space where hair care is also about healing.
I'll have clients come in that may have a bad day or they're having a challenging situation in their lives, and just an opportunity to be able to service them and make the hair look beautiful, they walk out feeling like so much better, so much lighter.
Daniel says he believes cosmetology schools could be more inclusive when it comes to learning about different hair textures and how to take care of them.
Sometimes texture hair can feel and look more challenging if you're not used to that tight coil, but at the end of the day, it's fabric.
For Daniels, his work is personal and rooted in family and heritage. He was inspired by his father, Jerry Daniels Sr., who owns a historic barbershop on Jefferson Avenue.
My father owned a barbershop for over 70 years, Carl Jeff Barbershop, and I followed in his footsteps and my brother's footsteps, and so I became a cosmetologist through the Buffalo Public School System.
Another local cosmetologist and educator, Jade Wright, is teaching younger generations about hair care. Last year, she started her own nonprofit, Camp BU, a free after-school program designed to empower dozens of students across 4 Buffalo public schools.
They've been doing it all, braids, twists, rubber band styles, elegant, updos, the works.
Helping kids learn techniques to maintain their hairstyles and also teach them to maybe even go into the industry.
It's really fulfilling. When we talk about hair care, they're very into it. Everybody has different textures. Some of them remember their types.
Wright says her program is open to all students who are interested in cosmetology and barbering.
I wanted to come back as a teacher, cosmetology teacher, and teach what I didn't get. I feel like that was needed for us, for the culture. I have 40 mannequins, 40 combs, brushes. I have 40, 50 of everything, but everything is solely funded from me.
Ashley Scott is a counselor at Build Community School.
I think this is a great opportunity for the district, for our students, and I'm looking forward to continuing this partnership.
She's so nice and she's so kind. When I was little, my mom don't know how to design, and I just need like a big sister or someone to design my hair. I want to learn about their culture.
For Wright, Daniels, and many others, hair care is more than beauty. It's a way to honor Black culture, pass down knowledge, and build community.
I'm a Black African-American woman doing what I can for my community. And this is where it starts.
And we are continuing to celebrate Black History Month here in Western New York. If you didn't get a chance to see our Black History Month special, it's available now for you right now on demand. You can stream it free here on WGRZ+. And straight ahead on Most Buffalo, a historic Cheektowaga mansion could soon take on a new purpose. How organizers hope to turn it into a space designed just for women. We're back now on Most Buffalo, and we're celebrating sweet success for one local business. Donut Craze is marking 15 years in Western New York. Our Kevin O'Neill takes us behind the scenes to show us their over-the-top creations.
For all the kids at home, do not try this at home. Sandy is a professional. We're going to be filling these donuts with Bavarian cream. Let's watch. Excellent! She did it! Wow! Way to go! We are behind the scenes here at Donut Craze. 15 years in business. What a crazy idea to open up a donut shop in Buffalo, but you guys were successful there, and you're successful here, Lynn. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, 15 years of business. Okay, so you guys are always mixing it up with seasonal stuff. I'm going to start off with these seasonal guys right here.
Hash nuts.
They resemble fried dough.
They do. They taste like a cold fried dough.
Oh, fantastic.
4 different flavors.
I don't need to wait for a carnival. 4 different flavors, too.
Yep. Glazed
right.
cinnamon sugar, powdered sugar, granulated sugar.
I don't need to wait for the lawn fate to get my dough here. Okay, key lime pie. I've never seen a donut like this. Congratulations. You continue to expand the boundaries. I don't get these at the corporate shop, you know.
Well, that's why you gotta come here.
What do you love about your job?
The people.
Yeah, people walk in happy.
And they leave happier.
Well, that's true. Okay, now again, because I just want these are tantalizing here. Some of the flavors that are here. Let's start off with these guys.
Maple bacon.
Are those a big seller?
They are sweet and salty.
Sweet. Oh yeah, like me. All right. Let's see. M&M donuts, Oreo donuts. What's the guy with the chocolate peanut butter? What is that?
Reese's peanut butter cup.
Oh my God. You guys, and again, you don't have a truck dropping them off. They're not throwing them in the oven. They're all made here.
Fresh made here every day.
What do you love about your job?
My employees.
Oh, there you go.
Miss Sandy.
Yeah, right.
And all the customers, obviously, that help us to stay here.
Congratulations on 15 years, man.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Again, 2 locations in Western New York. The original, you can see it on the 190, is on Dingeon Street. How's that one going, by the way?
Great.
Yeah, it's great. And again, and then this one is in the city of Tonawanda, right on Main Street. On your side, I'm Kevin O'Neill, Channel 2 News.
Thanks, Kev, here with Jen now. And
those looked so good. Those last ones especially.
Yes, and it's so simple, but to see how I never knew how they filled the donuts.
Yeah,
That's such a cool little machine that so simple, but yeah, really, it's pretty cool to see.
And all the toppings on those. I was like, oh, the kids would like that one, the kids would like that one. I liked the very last ones, a little extra. It was like the ones with the chocolate and the whipped cream on top. Why would you stop at, just one?
Yeah, I think I saw the day that Kevin did that. I like the strawberry glaze, the pink.
Yes,
yeah,
that's good too.
They have a lot of different good flavors, yep.
Yeah, and there's lots of variety.
Yes, lots of variety. And from donuts to cows on the Thruway, this was a big story this week. Yep. Traffic is moving again on the Thruway near Hamburg. You probably heard about this. A herd of animals caused miles of delays. Our photojournalist Jackson Hickey was at this wild scene. Take a look.
Hey, check this out. In Blaisdell, New York, just outside of Buffalo, utter chaos for a half hour or so. This is right along Interstate 90, the New York State Thruway. State police say some cattle got loose from a livestock trailer on the shoulder of the road, and that led to this scene. One seemingly happy to get back in. This other one, though, not so easy. People actually stopped to try and help lead this guy back in, but he wasn't having any of it. A few times he actually crossed through traffic just to try and get away. Alright, so now maybe he's finally out of energy, ready to give up? Well, not quite. This guy's here to save the day, got a lasso around him, but you've still got to catch him. He's at the 20, the 10, and through the end zone, he's just going to keep going. Eventually, though, the fun had to come to an end. They got the last guy loaded up and presumably continued on as if it was just a regular Monday. Nothing exciting just happened.
laugh about it and make all these jokes now because everyone was okay. The
Right, I was
cows were
gonna
all
say,
okay.
it was just
Yes.
delays. That
Just
was
delays.
it. Thank
And
goodness.
really, what an amazing effort. What a nightmare for the people who were transporting the cows. It sounds like they had a pullover. The cows got loose.
Like,
What do you
get 'em
do?
on
And
there.
you're not on like a quiet road. You're on the
It's like
throughway.
this part of the highway or that part of the other way on the highway.
So yeah,
Because that was nerve-wracking when they started running to the other side. You're like, oh no, cars are going really fast.
And then they have to run around in the chase. Just a total nightmare. But obviously they were with the right caretakers who knew what to do.
It all worked out.
And everyone's okay, and no one was injured. No cows or humans.
Exactly.
I don't think there was any damage to any cars or anything either. So, yes, very glad to report that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So moving along. This Sunday, skywatchers have a rare chance to see several planets lined up in the night sky. The Buffalo Museum of Science says several planets, including Venus, Jupiter, and Saturn, will be visible along the same path right after sunset. Experts say it's not an actual straight line in space, but an optical illusion from our view on Earth. The alignment offers a unique opportunity for people to see several planets at once with the naked eye or binoculars.
A lot of the planets that will be part of this alignment are going to kind of be setting after the sun. So this will happen, luckily, pretty early in the evening. However, safety is important here. For a lot of these planets, we'll want to look west, but some of these, specifically Mercury and Venus, are going to only be visible kind of close to the sun.
And we'll have to watch for maybe a mix of clouds and maybe some partial clearing. So stay tuned on that. Or you can always use like your app, your sky app.
This is
for the
Sunday
stars.
evening as it gets dark.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
And the museum also says, you may have heard, a total lunar eclipse, also known as a blood moon, will be visible early Tuesday morning, weather permitting, of course. But note, for viewing locally, it's actually only a partial eclipse here. From what we've researched, the moon will just be setting in the western sky about 6 a.m. right as it would be going into totality. So pretty still cool to see if you want to set your alarms early Tuesday morning, because it'll still be pretty close. I mean, it probably looks similar to that, like almost at totality as it's setting in the western sky. So just note that.
How rare is the planet alignment that's happening Sunday?
Yeah, I didn't really research that too much, but I do remember, sometimes you'll see like, notification that, okay, they're going to be aligning, but at least you have the app. I really like my app because then if you do miss it, or if it's too really cloudy, then you can just see it, and it's still cool because then you're like following the planets.
And just be on the lookout for anything weird happening, right? When these solar events take place.
Yeah, including and the full moon, of course,
will be
for
on
Tuesday
high
morning.
alert. Hey, in Cheektowaga Historic Mansion, one of their events is centered around that blood moon, actually. This could soon become a new gathering space for women in Western New York. They're having a pair of pop-up events next week that will test the idea of turning the George Urban Mansion into a permanent women's club.
Less than a year after the Junior League of Buffalo transformed the George Urban Mansion in Cheektowaga with its decorator's show house, a new group of women is looking to reimagine this space once again.
It's just an opportunity to begin the conversation about building community specifically for women.
Sarah Fonzie is one of the organizers of Western New York Femme Salon, who will hold 2 pop-ups at the home next week.
They both will be geared around movement. There'll be various movement classes available, crafting. There'll be a pool and sauna and cold plunge available.
The events will also serve as a test run, gauging interest in turning the historic home, which is currently for sale, into a permanent women's club.
A third space for women and female bodies to make new friends, to co-work, to exercise.
What we're also envisioning at the heart of this is a social justice component.
Co-organizer Rebecca Mercurio says accessibility and eventually childcare would be central to the vision.
While we're splashing and playing and there's fun, there's also like actionable steps like within our community that we can be taking towards mutual aid and like caring for one another.
If the pop-ups draw the response they're hoping for, organizers say this historic mansion could take on a whole new identity.
It's been a home for many, many decades, and it's so large and so beautiful that it's, prime and ready for a beautiful women's clubhouse, I believe.
On your side, Lauren Hall, Channel 2 News.
Thanks for being with us today. We'll see you back here on Monday at 2:30 for another live show. Have a great day.